What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another review. As I said in my last video, I'm kind of bored today. Everyone's left me alone, the house is empty. I've got a lot of Black Series figures that came back from Action Figure Authority that are nice and fresh and graded. And so I thought we'd talk about another one today. This is definitely one of my favorite Black Series figures from the Rogue One line. I've got maybe 5 or 6 of them, and I've got, Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus. I've got the hover tank driver, the Death Trooper, and then I've got this one, which is K-2SO. K-2SO was a great addition to the Star Wars canon, in my opinion. One of the funnier droids in the movies, and, in Rogue One, he provided quite a bit of much-needed comic relief, given how dark the movie really was. I mean, everyone basically died in that movie, including K-2SO here, but, or I guess he was deactivated, since he's not really alive, but anyway, he's I thought that he did it, the actor that portrayed him and the lines in the movie were great for K-2SO. There was just 3 or 4 really funny kind of mini scenes in the movie. Especially when Jyn Erso shoots a lookalike to K-2SO after a battle scene in the city of what's it called? I've already forgot the name of the city where the kyber crystals were farmed. But anyway, he was a great figure, a great droid. I feel like the Han Solo movie, they tried to recreate that comedy gold with Lando Calrissian's droid. I think it was L337 or whatever the hell her name was. But she was pretty terrible, in my opinion, and almost ruined the movie, in my opinion. But that is not the case for K-2SO. That was a great addition. And this figure you see here is a little bit unique. There were 2 different Black Series versions, 2 variants. The most common variant is the one that has no eye pupils, but this is the one that does have the eye pupils. It's got red eye pupils, and so it's considered a variant. It's a little bit more rare. I don't know how rare, which one's made it, which one they made more of, but I believe that the one without the pupils is the more common one. That's the one I tend to see the most often in other videos. So this one is a variant, and I picked this one up on eBay and got it graded, and it came back with a great score. So let's take a closer look at the figure. Let's take a look at the pupils first. You can see the red pupils there. But normally this figure came with just plain white eyes, and so this one's got the red eyes. I mean, just an awesome sculpt. It's a gigantic figure. Love the weathering and kind of the scratches on the actual metal armor, and I believe this is actually made out of plastic, but it looks like metal. But a great figure. A friend of mine on the YouTube channel is named Blacked Out Ewoks. He has got like 5 or 6 or 7 of these different K-2SOs. There's like, between all the different lines that the Hasbro has released, he's got a bunch of different variants. So I'd encourage you to go to his channel and check out all the different ones that are out there, all the way from 3 3/4 up to oversized figures. But this is the only one I have, and it's got some really nice detail on it. I love the chest piece, and the torso has got some really great intricate details there. And, just an overall really great figure. I love the hands, the oversized hands. K-2SO was originally an Imperial Security Force droid that Cassian Andor apparently captured and reprogrammed to work for the Rebels. Resistance or Rebels or Alliance, Rebel Alliance, whatever you want to call it. But just a really cool figure and a great backstory. And you can see the artwork here doesn't have the eye pupils either. So, that's kind of interesting that even the figure with the eye pupils, as you see, even the artwork does not have that. So, K-2SO, let's see, this is number 24. And let's take a look at the grading before we check out the back of the box. 2017 Hasbro Star Wars Black Series 6-inch K-2SO with pupils, 9.0. So this is recognized as a variant. Let's see if I can get some better detail here. I don't know if it's going to come through, but right in here you can see some kind of weathering or scratching around the window and the bubble. And so I was surprised a little bit that it got a 9.0, just given that it does have some very light scratching. You can kind of see it in the light there. And that's common with these Black Series figures. It's just so hard to get one that's in mint condition. But, you know, some very light wear and tear, but it still came back with a 9.0, which I was happy about. And you don't see many of these graded. I don't know if I've ever seen one graded. So that was kind of you know, any of the figures that I really like, I tend to buy and go ahead and get graded. But K-2SO, a reprogrammed Imperial security droid now loyal to the Alliance. K-2SO is an alarming sight standing within a secret rebel base. This pragmatic droid is an effective insertion agent as he can blend in perfectly at Imperial installations and outposts. And so during the Battle of Scarif, if you've watched the movie Rogue One, spoiler alert, but you know the movie's like 2 or 3 years old now. But you know he ends up sacrificing himself for the Alliance and to help Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor. Oops, sorry about the shake. He ends up sacrificing himself and locking himself in the data vault with the Imperial forces closing in, and dies a very blaster-heavy death. But he saves Cassian Andor and Jyn Erso long enough to get them, you know, time to get the Death Star plans. So, very cool figure, very great character, and also I did learn today that they are making Disney is making a TV series for Rogue One that will be a prequel to the movie. And it will center on Cassian Andor. I do not know if they are getting the same actor or not for it. I hope they do, given that he doesn't seem to have a very prolific acting career. Hopefully he signed up for it. But anyway, I thought that was interesting news. That came out yesterday or even this morning. I can't remember. But they are making a TV series for Rogue One. It will focus on Cassian Andor, and it will be a prequel to the movie. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon.